the strategic gaps that we see between Crawley and Gatwick and elsewhere are protected, that the quality of life further afield. I know we have guests here today from Hever. That castle, that area suffers greatly from aircraft noise, as we've got representatives in Sally from Warnham. I know that Warnham has suffered.
And it's a real worry because we're very much a rural attraction, and if you, not many people from towns and the like are going to want to come have a nice day in the countryside if they're going to be underneath a flight path. So the viability of heritage attractions it's a struggle anyway with the high cost of repairs and maintenance. I have no doubt that if a second runway was built, the likes of Hever Castle would no longer remain a viable entity, which would be the loss to a great many people. As I say, we had 300,000 visitors last year, so I sincerely hope that the powers that be will take heed of that. If it was a railway line or a motorway, it wouldn't be allowed to come anywhere near a Grade 1 listed park and garden and castle, and what's classed as a heritage asset, but for some reason aeroplanes, it doesn't matter. Let's see how you go, and fingers crossed.
Shorter version.
Sorry.
I suppose what I stood at Windsor 25 years ago, and we were being taught about the old great Windsor trees there, and every 30 seconds we had to stop and wait for the aeroplane to pass over before we could continue our conversation. I had absolutely no idea that this was going to happen to us, and we're half an hour away from Gatwick. The thought of having another runway and to have every 30 seconds an aeroplane going over us potentially is just a horrifying thought. To watch and observe nature is a very important part of our lives, I feel. And to have that disturbed by a constant barrage of noise from above and the continued growth of car traffic around us as well, I just can't believe that we can't say no to this further growth. Modelling our future on total growth is not the way forward. Let's be sensible and not have this second runway.
Organisation which punches well above its weight, which I think is important for all of us. CPRE Sussex, so we cover east and west, 90 miles across, 40 miles deep, and that means an airport that has effects right across the two Sussexes. We've got people in Eastbourne saying, we think Gatwick's a really good idea because we can have an extension to the A27. But what we're seeing from CPRE Sussex is what we potentially got is a huge pressure on housing and services on a great swathe right across Sussex, both north of Gatwick, which is in Surrey, and of course south of Sussex, south of Gatwick, right across Sussex. We're not about, and we're not against change. We all need change, and we're all adjusting to change all the time, and none of us are sentimental, though I might like to see Gatwick change back into a racecourse again. It might be more attractive. But these things are a trade-off, and on whose behalf is the trade-off? No longer are airports public goods. They are now shopping malls where we extract profit from people passing through them. These are not, in a sense, public conveniences. They've become public inconveniences, and they're going to be public inconveniences for our future. So for future generations, we are potentially going to be stuck with a huge development right across Sussex, which will impinge on the quality of life for everyone. So we don't want to see this airport extended, and I have my doubts about whether I want to see the other airport extended either.